Over the past decade, I've been thinking about life. Everybody's got a different story, their own experience, and though we may find similarities, each story is unique, and we can learn from them and from each other. That's what I love about life. Before you hear what a gift life is, I'm gonna share a bit of my story of how personal growth was present in my life, and I hope at the end of the video, you will let it sink in and see how much life is your gift. So in 2011, I was still living in France and I was in my first year studying my master's in Paris, and it was a work experience type of degree to complete.
So I'd work 2 weeks with the company I worked for, and then do 1 week of intense studying with assignments and exams, and then repeat the cycle for 2 years.
I was living with my family at the time to save a little bit for my future, and being the main source of income of the house, I would also help my family
for things like shopping for grocery, driving anyone, anywhere, anytime, going to the bookstore for my sisters or for myself, and sometimes being the test spectator for my sisters' presentations or revisions for their exams. And we all studied very different things, so trying to remember everything was kind of crazy.
Anyway, at the end of the year, we get final exams, which determine if we get to the next year for our degree. So I remember a week before the finals, I was with my dad and my grandmother, his mum, and I think I was driving them to a Buddhist temple. At the end of the day, I thought that after my finals, which would have been 2 weeks after that day, I wanted to spend some quality time with my grandmother and learn a few things from her. A week after that day, I had my first day of my finals and I was exhausted. I remember I was on the train going home and I got a phone call. I was told my grandmother passed away. The morning after that day, just before heading to school for my finals, I went to my grandmother's house to say goodbye, and I went with my father. I think it was 6 or 7 in the morning. And I remember before we went into the building, he stopped me and said, "Don't cry." I didn't understand, so I asked him why. And he said, "If you cry, she's gonna see you're sad, she'll be sad, and her spirit will stay on earth. But we want to let her go completely." So I went in, I saw my grandfather. Even today, I could never imagine how it feels like to witness the loss of the person you spent your whole life with. But I went in, I saw my grandmother, and she looked so peaceful. I did my best not to cry. And I remember I told her not to worry, that if I was crying, it was just because I was sad that she was gone, and that also I was so looking forward to spend some more time with her, which we didn't get, but that she had to go, and that everyone will be okay eventually. And then I went to school for my second day of my finals, and I think I went there on autopilot. I can't remember going there. I couldn't focus, I couldn't think. I was just staring at the blank paper for that exam, and I just couldn't. And I remember one of my classmates, she whispered, "Céline, did you even revise anything?" I wanted to add this bit to say, please don't judge others, because you don't know what everyone else is going through, just like they don't know what you are going through. So fast forward a year, I saw a video of Gary Vee, and he's in a car. There's a lady who comes up to him at the window and she asks him 4 words to motivate her every day. And you know what he said? He said, "You're gonna die." And I was just like, what? But she immediately said, "What are you gonna do? I love it." And then I was just like, wow. I think that's when a lot of things shifted in my mind. I started to slow down a little bit in the craziness, the busyness of work and studies, and I stopped taking everything so seriously, so intensely. That's also when I started to get into personal development, and after I graduated, I moved country. So I moved from France to Australia, where I lived for a year. and during that year, the rest of my grandparents passed away. I'm not saying any of this to get sympathy, I'm just giving you a little bit of context. This is how my life went, this is my experience. I wouldn't change any of it for the world. Looking back at what my father said, combined with Gary Vee's video, I realized death is gonna happen to anyone at any time. I know you know, but it's the kind of thing that you've always known, but until something or someone happens, you've kind of lived your life with a button that's switched off. And that moment in Gary Vee's video, you're gonna die, what are you gonna do? That was it for me. That's when that button that was switched off got switched on. So what I want to say is, through my journey of personal growth, I thought death is sad, but it's inevitably gonna happen. And it's normal to cry when something ends because you feel sad and it's human. But don't cry because you wished someone stayed longer. Don't cry because you don't want to let go. You have to let go. Otherwise, you're not letting yourself move forward. And you've got this incredible gift of living. Life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be lived. We've heard it so many times, but I'm gonna say it as well. Do what you love and love what you do. If you don't know what your passion is, or if you don't know what direction you want your life to take, that's completely okay, because you can find what it is. You can learn, you can explore until you find what it is. Remember that life is for you, so enjoy every bit of it now. There's this quote I love from Eleanor Roosevelt. Today is the youngest you'll ever be. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Céline and welcome back, or welcome to my channel, One Life, One Journey. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please make sure to like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel to see the next videos. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it does help a lot. There's an exercise I do occasionally when I lose sight of where I'm going or why I'm doing what I'm doing. I picture my funeral. And I know it sounds creepy, but I promise it's not. And I ask myself this: who's gonna be there? What's gonna be said about me? What's my legacy? How did I leave this world? I don't know if this exercise is as helpful for you as it is for me, but if it is, please let me know in the comments. One last thing I want to say: appreciate the people around you and tell them how much you appreciate them or love them. That's something I do all the time when I think of someone and how grateful I am to have them in my life. I just give them a call or send them a voice message to tell them how much they mean to me, how much they've impacted my life, and how much I love them. Thank you to Mary for letting me use their music. I'll leave a link below in the description box so you can check them out. Take care, and I'll see you next time.